Alright, so we're starting to get pretty far in the game now. The depths is the third area out of 5, and the 5th area being the shortest, or there's only 1. Because you see I'm on the depths 1. There's basement 1 and 2, caves 1 and 2, and then depths 1 and 2, and then the womb 1 and 2, and then the last level, Sheol. It's just, there's only 1 of that. So here's where the game actually can start to get a little tough sometimes. I wouldn't really say it's hard at this point, but it really depends on what items you have, especially when you're first starting out and you're not used to everything yet. It can definitely be tough, but after you play through it a couple times, it's not. You start to get used to all the enemies, and you've unlocked a lot of the better items to find, so it's generally not too bad. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna go back and is that key behind a rock? Yeah. See, I'm gonna use, since I have 9 bombs, I'm gonna use one. And you can blow that rock into a hole, and then I can walk to get the key. So, especially because I have the bomb bag, so it's definitely worthwhile to sacrifice a bomb for a key in this situation. Ooh. Brimstone's good, but sometimes in the heat of the moment you can accidentally keep on letting go of the key too soon, and then you have to start recharging again. So, because that's the one bad thing, is you actually have to let it charge up, but it's definitely worth it. I mean, what other item can you use to completely kill every enemy in like an instant like I just did? These guys have the same shot I do actually, but mine is, I think, stronger. Speed up. Let's see. I have 3 speed, so this should give me 4 now. Yeah, there we go. Oh, actually, did it give me 2? Huh. Looks like I have. Well, looks like I may have gained 2 speed from that actually. That's interesting. Let's see what's in the shop. Okay, so the left, as you can see, is just normal key. The item on the right is the magnet. I'm gonna pick it up just to show you what it does. It's not the greatest, but it's handy. Basically, it just attracts items to you. It does have a downside in that it'll attract lit bombs to you too, so you have to be careful. But it does let you get items that are normally either inaccessible or that you'd have to use a bomb to get to. So it's normally I probably wouldn't buy it, but I just wanted to show you guys what it does, and we'll see it once we find some item pickups on the floor. Okay, you can see the bombs chasing me, and it'll just come to me on its own. So it's handy, but normally I wouldn't spend money on it, as I said. Telepills, alright. These guys are one of the more annoying enemies in the game. I almost always end up getting hurt when I fight them. Alright. But as you saw, the telepills just teleport you to a random location. There is actually a secret room you can only get to with the teleport pills. I think it's like a 1 in 15 chance or something. And I should have been charging before I entered that room. I wouldn't have got hurt otherwise. It's my fault. But yeah, there's I've never actually seen it. That's, I think, probably the only thing in the game I haven't seen. I've seen a picture of it, but I've never seen it myself. But it's I think it's called like I Am Error Room or something like that. And I think the graphics are supposed to be glitched out from what I remember, but there's oftentimes a lot of really good items in there. I remember hearing a story, I don't know if it's true, but of one guy who found that room and there were a bunch of pills inside, and he ended up getting like 4 or 5 extra max health from it. So it's nothing you can play for, you know, tens and tens of hours and never see it, so I wouldn't ever count on it if you're, you know, expecting to get that item, or expecting to get anything good from there. But it's just a fun little secret that you can find if you're lucky enough. So this guy, we've seen him, and if you watch my past video, he's all of the 7 deadly sins. He's one of them. Envy are pretty easy, but he's, in my opinion, the most annoying because he takes the longest to beat, and he has all those annoying heads that fly around and attack you. Or they don't really attack you; they just kind of run into you. I don't know if any of you have ever played this really old game from, I think, Windows either 95 or 98, which came with Windows if I remember correctly. It's called Jez Ball. It's basically balls that bounce around a room, and you have to try to close off the room in smaller and smaller increments to get a higher score. But if the way you do it is by using like this expanding scroll bar type thing, and to close off parts of the room. The thing is, if your scroll bar gets hit by a Jez ball while it's moving, you end up losing a life. And you know, there are that was, I don't know why, but that's a really fun game. I played a lot as a kid, probably because it was one of the few games that I actually had since it came with Windows. But anyway, I don't know if any of you ever played that, but that's just something, that boss reminds me of that. I don't know if it's intentional or if it's just a coincidence, but just a fond memory trip down memory lane. Speaking of old games, if any of you guys remember Ski Free, that was another one that came with Windows that I was always addicted to. I don't know, something about those old free games were really fun. I don't know why. I found pills and ate them. Normally, it doesn't actually do anything as far as I know. It changes your, except for change your appearance. Normally it'll make your face look really derpy, but I actually have, since I have Brimstone, it overwrites that look, so we won't see that. But I don't think that actually affects gameplay. Just has makes you look funny, really. And if you notice, that door up top got blown open when I killed a bomb fly. That's because you can actually set a bomb or use other explosives to open up doors without finishing a room. If you have a lot of bombs, it can be worth it because you don't have to fight a difficult room. Just to pause for a moment, that's a 10 bomb pickup, so I don't need it though because I only have 14 and I have the bomb bag, so there's no point in fighting that room and risking getting injured. But yeah, no, so as I was saying though, it's a useful tactic sometimes to blow open a door, especially later in the game, especially with this character too. So you might actually see me do that if I find any hard rooms. I'm just gonna blow this up because I don't have that much money. And a bomb, so not really useful. Alright, let's head out to the boss. Oh, almost forgot the item room. Last key, hopefully something good. That is a spacebar item, which actually I think I've only ever used this once. I think if you use it, it actually hurts you and it blows up. So I'm not going to do that because I can't heal. But it's pretty crappy from what I remember. I wouldn't ever really use that unless A, you were playing a different character than I am, and B, you had nothing else to use. Even then I would think twice about it. Of course, I could be misremembering it, but here's another one of the Four Horsemen, War. So we'll see my, assuming I don't die, we'll see my meat cube get upgraded again. There's actually an achievement for bringing your meat cube to max level, which requires you to face all 4 of the Horsemen of the Apocalypse. Now, normally that's pretty difficult to do, not in terms of being hard, just because it's unlikely you'll see all of them. However, if you have the Book of Revelations, like I do, it actually forces you to fight them on the in every area. The one that will show up will. So, and if you want to look at the meat cube, you'll see it will get upgraded when I pick this up. And now it's a face, and see, he shoots too. So, a nice little upgrade. Personally, I tend not to like those. That item, not because it's not good, but just because there are a lot of other better pickups I can have. And especially sucks if you're using the Book of Revelations, because you're going to get all 4 of those items if you got the book early enough. So that's 4 items that you could have got something else, which would serve you better usually. But I'm actually not doing too bad this run. I have the Brimstone. I have did I just say the Brimstone? It's like old person saying the Facebook. But yeah, I have Brimstone, and you know, I have nearly max life. Plus, I have the Emperor card, so I can completely skip all of Sheol except for the boss. So you know, I actually have an okay chance of winning this game. But nothing's ever guaranteed here, though. So, oh shit, these guys are annoying. They charge at you and then they blow up. So those are actually one of the more dangerous enemies. Normally you don't see them in this level because they're you normally see them in the womb because they're like a kind of stomach parasite. But yeah, those are always a pain in the ass. If I make it to the final boss, you'll see one of his forms summons those, which is really annoying. And since I have so many bombs and not that much money, I'm just gonna blow everything up. if I was playing a character with health, you would see me use that room a lot differently. I would definitely hit up the health bank for some money, and also possibly the health bag, which increases your max health and kills you, or the blood bag, not the health bag. And then, you know, use that money for either the slot machine usually, or sometimes a shell game. I usually don't play the shell game though, just because you know, the shell game kind of takes a while, and plus I don't really like the pickups you get from it most of the time, so that's why I generally skip it. But it can be worth it, definitely. Oh crap! I accidentally left the 1 coin behind, but I'm not going to waste another bomb. Just, well, you know what? I have so many bombs. Why not? I'm pretty much never going to run out of bombs. Might as well get it. There's actually an item you can get called, I think, the X-ray specs, which not only lets you see through the walls to the secret room, but also lets you enter it and exit it without a bomb, so you can go in and out as often as you like. It's pretty handy if you find it, but it's pretty rare to find, so to be careful not to blow him up. I think that should be far enough away. So I think bombs do two squares worth of damage. So now the beggar, he is, in my opinion, the best place to spend money in the game. As you're feeding him coins, he'll drop pickups randomly, like bombs, keys, hearts, and then eventually, if you feed him enough, and the amount is random every time, so you don't know how much, he will always, 100% of the time, give you a pickup item, or a special pickup item. So you can get stuff like health up, or you can get a thing like a map or a compass, stuff like that. So he's pretty much always worth it. Now, I actually have max health already, but so if he does drop a health item, I might have to save it till after I get hurt, but I'd say it's still worth it. The map, yeah. So the map is pretty useful. It basically just displays every single room. If you have the compass and the map, then the compass shows all the icons on the map. So if you have both, you can know exactly where everything is and not have to waste time with other rooms. Now, hopefully there's no good item in here that okay, good. I was a little bit worried by spending all that money with the beggar. I would miss out on something here. But that was greed. When he hits you, you drop money, and then when you kill him, he'll usually drop either money or the bag of pennies. And I don't know, I wasn't really paying much attention, so I got hit twice in there, sadly. Oh, that's kind of a tough room. Whew. Yeah, without brimstone, that would have been a bit hairier, probably. Okay, this is Mom's pad. It's kind of gross, but basically, if you use it, you know, you won't actually see it here because there's no enemies, but it'll make enemies run away from you. Not that great, and I'd much rather have the Book of Revelations for this character. So, all right, so almost to the end of the depths now, and when you first start playing the game, this level is the last level. You actually have to unlock the further levels by beating this level, and at the end of this level is Mom, who's, well, I guess we didn't go over the story, but if the basic story is that the mom is like insane, and she hears voices who she thinks is God telling her to kill her son. So that's why you go into the basement in the first place, because your mom is trying to kill you. So that's why she is the boss of the game, in case you were wondering. But yeah, normally she is the final boss until you beat her. And you'll see actually that I have my Book of Revelations, but as far as I'm aware, you can't go over the max hearts. So I'm not going to use it right now until I get hurt a little bit more. And then going back to the bosses, after you beat Mom, I think once, you unlock the next area, which is called the womb. So yeah, basically you go back inside your mom's womb, and there's the Mom's Heart boss, which we'll probably see later unless I die. And then I think last year around Halloween, they added a new boss, which is the final level with Sheol, and at the end of Satan. So we'll probably see me get to that point in this game. It's looking like it. But I think that one also starts off locked. You have to beat like you have to beat, I think, Mom's Heart like 10 times or something. Or, I don't really quite remember. It's been a while since I unlocked everything. Also, there is an item, because I have the Book of Revelations right now. There's another book, well, there's a couple actually, but one of them is the Bible. And if you have the Bible, you can instantly kill Mom just by using it. So that's actually pretty handy to have here. It works on both forms of Mom, both this one and Mom's Heart. Don't use it against the devil though. I found that out the hard way. The character I'm using right now, you get something special if you beat the devil with him because it's so hard. And the very first time I was about to beat it with him, I had the Bible, and I thought he would be like Mom, and you would just use it against him and he would die. But nope, it instantly kills you. Or he instantly kills you if you try to use the Bible against him. So, it was a while after that until I managed to finally beat it with this character, so just fair warning, if you get that far and you're not aware, don't use the Bible on the devil. It's a bad idea.